Welcome to the Bite Size Brilliance podcast. I'm your host, April Darley, and today we're going to talk about the right thing. More specifically, how can you tell if you're doing the right thing? So, we place a lot of pressure on ourselves to do what's right, do the right thing, live the right kind of life, work on the right kind of project that moves the needle forward, make the right kind of investments, etc. So, what does that really mean, though? The right thing. The right thing is going to depend not only on the situation, but on your personal belief system. So, there is an exercise that I often do with my clients when they're not sure of what their own personal values or belief systems actually are. And that's really common. So, I give them this. Here's the exercise. If you had to explain what the right thing was to someone who didn't know what that meant, like a group of space aliens, what would you say the right thing means? So think about that. You've probably never had to define to anyone what the right thing means as a concept. But if you did have to explain it, to space aliens or to a very small child, what would you say the right thing means? So do this exercise. You can pause this podcast, come back to it, write it down what you think the right thing means if you had to explain it to someone, and then come back to it. Come back to me in this podcast because your definition is going to give you some great insights about what your subconscious definition is of that concept, what your subconscious motivations and beliefs are around that concept of the right thing. So, subconsciously, the right thing is often the option that causes us the least amount of pain, the greatest amount of return on our investment, and the option that makes you feel the best, right? So, we can all agree with that, right? So, but how you define right is going to determine your decisions and your choices and your actions forward. So, you want to make sure that it aligns with your belief system, that you're not doing some people pleasing, that you're not compromising your values or your beliefs in any way, and that you're not trying to avoid making a mistake or judgments because a lot of times we make a decision or we make a choice based on what will other people think if I do this, or I can't do what I really want because somebody's going to have a problem with that. And when we make decisions from that place, we're not doing the right thing in our own internal belief system, our own internal compass. And that's going to create a subconscious inner conflict. And that inner conflict is going to express itself in a variety of ways. It can come out as anger, resentment, anxiety, frustration, scarcity mindset. So, what is the right thing? How can you tell if you're doing the right thing? The only way you're going to be sure if you're doing the right thing is to make sure that you feel aligned with it, that you're choosing the option that feels best to you, that you're not trying to people please. It aligns with your value system, it aligns with your beliefs, and it has outcomes that you're willing to accept or live with. That, my friends, is the right thing. And if you don't make choices from that place, those inner conflicts are like bunnies. They're going to multiply and they're going to spread and they're going to snowball anxiety and lack and scarcity and resentment and bitterness. Because some piece of you, that higher self, that higher piece of you knows that the choice you made wasn't true to you. So, how can you tell if you're doing the right thing? It makes you feel good and you're ready to move forward, even if the outcome is not quite what you expected, but you feel good about the choice you made at the time that you made it. And that is higher power, higher truth. And that is your bite sized brilliance piece for today. So, if you are a person that does struggle with guilt, shame, indecision, worry about doing the right thing, you know you might have a habit of people pleasing, or you definitely factor in other people's judgments to your decision making process, I have a resource for you, my friends. It's called the Decision Guide, and you can find it over on my website in the shop, but it's aprildarley.com under the shop tab. I'll also drop the link in the show notes. And this is a short, sweet guide that is going to talk to you about why these inner conflicts pop up, how you can avoid them, exercises to get you over that hump of indecision, to clarify what you really want, to clarify your own beliefs and value systems so that every decision you make is true to you. And it's a really fabulous resource that I'm so happy to put out and make available to you. aprildarley.com in the shop tab. And as always, stay shiny, stay brilliant, stay true to you because you are a unique creation, one of a kind, and I love it. Until next week, my friends. Goodbye.